Get ready for some cool talk. Presented by Brown's Heating, Air, and Plumbing. With your host, Brandon Brown.
Oh, man, I love that intro. Welcome, Cool Talk here on Grove Street FM in Bedford, Virginia. Wednesday, March 1st. The year is flying by. We got March 1st with May weather. So I think winter's. And did you see Wintergreen closed early?
Did.
That's sad. I mean, you know it's a bad season when they close
man.
like a month early.
I remember I used to work up there in my last 2 years.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Worked at the ski lifts and the golf course during the
Yeah.
summer and spring, and then during the winter would go to the ski lifts. And I actually worked on the lifts itself.
Yeah.
And I remember I'd work late nights, and just how much snow they made, even when it was cold, is crazy.
Right.
So I can't imagine it being 60 degrees
And trying to make
and
it.
trying to keep up. There's just no way.
We went a couple times this year. The boys have actually learning and love it. They love the skiing.
Yeah.
And
it's awesome.
the last time we went, it was kind of, I was almost in just a hoodie and I mean, it was still warm. It was like, I think it was around 50 something, but it was not cold, but you could tell the slopes were struggling to not melt. It was real wet. And then of course, as soon as the sun goes down, it just turns to ice. And I'm like, this is not safe.
No.
But yeah, it's sad when they close a month early,
Yep.
Things. So I guess winter must be over, which I was hoping for a little bit of a snow or something to kill the germs and things because of the sicknesses and stuff going around. But looks like we're not going to get that. Must be. We'll have to wait on. And I think this Friday we have some heavy rain and tornado warnings coming. And
I think that Gopher lied, didn't he? I mean,
yeah, he always does.
I swear you can't trust a Gopher.
He was drinking.
A drunk Gopher.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the groundhog.
Hey, groundhog. Not a Gopher. That's where
don't
the
blame it on
is.
Grover.
That's the problem. I was looking at the Gopher.
You were looking at
not the groundhog.
Maybe next year it should be Grover Day.
Yeah.
Not Groundhog Day, Grover Day.
Grover Day.
They come to Bedford. Come to Bedford to see if Grover sees his shadow, and that'll tell us about winter.
Amen.
Let the groundhog retire.
Guaranteed.
He's tired of being woken up.
But what's it, Biloxi Bill?
Biloxi, come on.
Is that his name?
Come on, Bill.
I probably get that wrong too.
So, I've been. I know you're a crime guy, so you probably have been caught up or at least getting the news. But I've been glued to court TV. I've been glued, man.
We listened to. So we went to Williamsburg this weekend.
Yeah,
whole way up. While we were there and the way back, we listened to the trial.
Yeah, right? I have been. I've been hooking it. Yeah. I'm watching it in the office in the background, hooking it to my Apple CarPlay in the truck. I'm like, I can't miss, because I love watching the court. But this one, man, is a crazy case.
We got back and we watched. Have you seen the Netflix documentary?
I need to watch the Netflix documentary.
That's good because especially if you listen to the trial the last couple of days. We're talking about Alex Murdaugh.
Yeah, Alex Murdaugh trial.
If you didn't know,
South Carolina, South Carolina.
Yeah, the Netflix documentary really it helps. It helps fill in.
Okay, it does. I was wondering if I should watch it now or wait.
Obviously, no, watch it now because they really don't touch on the trial because obviously the trial is happening now and this was filmed.
Well, when I watch the cases, I do it all the time because the next case coming up after this is if you hadn't heard about it, it's called the eye drop case.
Ooh, I've not heard about that.
All right, well, the woman is a nurse and actually killed her husband through eye drops. I don't know how. Something with putting something in eye drops, and he was using them, and it killed him. So it's like an eye drop murder trial, which is going to come after the Murdaugh trial. But I try to watch them from the beginning to end and put my mind as a neutral juror and how I would.
Yep.
And then when they go to deliberation, I try to call what'll happen. Because I really like to do it neutrally. Everybody gets their opinions before, but I try to put it neutral, listen to the evidence, and actually be. My personal opinion is he did it.
Yes,
but I think he's going to get off. I just think there's going to be at least one juror that's going to not, because you have to be without a doubt. I mean, it has to be. It's so the law and the rules of jury is so tight. Like you have to prove without a shadow of a doubt. And then they have thrown some doubts. Yes, there's no murder weapons. There's some doubt, but I mean, to me, obviously he did it. There's nobody else. There was no other footprints. Nobody else in the area. I know he did it, but I think he's going to get I think it's gonna be a hung jury.
I completely agree.
You think so?
I think, yeah, listening to it, like on the way down, it was almost like I told Laura that they're going to use this footage or his testimony in classes, in law classes, because like I've never heard such a guilty person like get out.
Yeah.
And like
Yeah.
like you said, I've seen every documentary. I mean, it's 99% chance
Yeah.
he did it. He probably
But
did.
and
But then he put it in my mind. Like I'm like,
Yeah.
well, you
Yeah,
know what?
maybe,
Maybe you know.
but he's a lawyer too.
He's exactly
So
right.
that's got to
He
be
put
in
it
your,
on.
You got to be in your mind. He knows how to answer these questions.
It was so. I mean, I just.
He knows what's questions coming.
Yep.
And honestly, I didn't think he would take the stand.
Yeah.
But then, if he was not a lawyer,
Yeah.
he doesn't take a stand.
No.
Absolutely
he knew what he was
not.
doing.
I think he knew.
Freaking, he put on a clinic. That's what he did.
And his superpower as a lawyer was being able to smooth talk people and win people over and be believable. And just thinking of the millions of dollars he stole from people.
Oh.
And honestly, I don't think. I mean, maybe he did do the pills. I just don't. I never heard any evidence that there was.
All right. So here's where the documentary really helps, right?
Okay.
Because there are things in the documentary that are not in the trial, which that's what we were wondering that, like, because we saw the documentary, it's 3 episodes
Okay.
on Netflix, and so we were like, well, why didn't they bring this up? Why didn't they bring this up? Because if they did, it is a slam dunk. So once you see the documentary, you're like, well, come on, like,
But I
obviously-
wonder why the state didn't.
I don't know. There's evidence that was mentioned in the documentary. Like for example, like there was blood spatter on his shirt. And I may be getting this wrong. I'm not
But- and then
I'm not forensics, but he had a t-shirt on.
He did have that, but that did come back as fish blood.
But it was only in the documentary though. Like the blood spatter that was on there could only have been caused from the type of weapon that was
The
used
shotgun blast
for
probably.
his wife, the automatic rifle one.
Yeah.
So there's little bits and pieces that's
Okay.
like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
I didn't hear that in the trial.
No,
So
'cause in the
there's
trial-
a gap there. That,
In
that's
the
like,
trial, they say we tested it and it was inconclusive of the blood, who it was, but it was conclusive there was fish blood. So
But-
they used it fishing or something.
But in the documentary, it's a completely different.
So-
it's a completely different thing.
Well,
It's
you would think the state though,
I know, right?
bringing it up is going to bring up the facts. So is it
Yep.
documentarily, lying?
Well, now listen on that.
some of it?
I noticed if you watch, and this is, I'm not trying to get political. If you watch documentaries that HBO has made, they are severely slanted. Like if you watch them, it's like you have to go watch another one to get the full
To
story.
get, yeah.
Because like you remember
to get both
you remember
sides.
the staircase killer, right? You
Yeah.
remember that? Every documentary you watch has a different vibe to it. And
Yeah,
it's like, man,
yeah.
I don't know what to believe because I'm not told the truth.
Right.
Like I'm led down a road that I don't really want to be led down. And like this is probably the same thing. There's 15 documentaries out there. They have this slant, this one
Yeah.
has this slant, but then like you're left as the person listening to the trial, like I don't know what to believe.
yeah. And how is he paying these lawyers? I mean,
Did
he
you
acts
see-
like he has no money, but there's money
Did you
somewhere.
see where they're staying during the trial? His
no,
lawyers
They said something about having to move because it was supposed to be a 3-week trial. We're on
Yeah.
like week 6.
Yeah, they booked it's a South Carolina wedding venue that's $20,000 a week.
What?
So his lawyers, this is no joke.
So because he's got like 4 lawyers.
They have a whole entourage. They rented out the whole venue in houses. It's by the river, and they're charging them $20,400 some dollars a week. And at the time they had been there for 3 weeks,
wow.
so $60,000 he has spent just for the lawyers to.
And now
stay.
we're at about 120.
God,
But then also think that all the experts that he's brought on
yeah,
that
they're all getting paid.
that have horrible. To me, they've had horrible testimonies of stuff that aren't believable, and luckily they rebutted that yesterday. But they're getting paid. One dude was like $1,000 an hour.
Unreal.
I mean, I just don't know where the
money coming?
where is it coming from? If he lost it all, is it hidden? Especially the money he stole, because he's not paying none of that back. He's got to go to. I think he's facing 80, 90 years on the money, the financial
Swear.
stuff.
He is,
So,
man.
but he
And-
just did not want to be found guilty because they offered him, I think, a plea of 20 or 25 or 30 years for this.
Yeah.
Just plea out, and he's like, no, absolutely not.
and look at the big picture, right? So if you do, like take out all the details, his family tree,
Yeah.
from his great grandfather, there was a legacy there.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen a tree fall so like just all of a sudden, that's it.
Yeah.
Like that's it.
It's
Like
just-
I mean, that
it's
dynasty is
crazy.
done. And all he had to do was just kind of like maintain, be an okay lawyer. Don't
Yeah.
be too crazy.
You making good money.
But like just the series of events that have happened over the last 4 years now,
Yeah.
3 years, it's unbelievable to
It's-
me. It's just like I can't believe that a family that has been generational all of a sudden just
Right.
That's it,
And
man.
they act like the I guess the crime scene and everything after was done so sloppy. And I don't see how, knowing who he was, he had to end with everybody.
yeah.
I don't see how they missed things. I don't know if they actually did. I think the defense is trying to throw that they did, but I think they knew as they were getting into it what was going on, and
Yeah.
it got more and more obvious. But
Man.
yeah, and then you have the boat accident, the one boy that
Yep.
shot in.
Yep.
But
The girl that, died from that.
yeah,
And then there in the documentary they go over it was 2 other cases. The housekeeper that was found dead.
oh, the housekeeper, the mom or
housekeeper.
something that was found dead.
Yep.
Yeah,
And
and
then-
he got their insurance money or something.
Yep, he swindled that, and there's just it's worth a watch. You should watch.
He's
it.
been
It's
he's been
pretty
living
good.
this life since like 2008 when he started the pills and stealing the money, and nobody knew it.
Yeah,
Like none of his partners, nobody in his family until the last few years. I'll go ahead and watch it because we're getting near the end anyway, and I've already think it's guilt. I think he's guilty, but I think he'll end up.
just don't get your hopes up for much of the trial in it. They
Yeah.
don't like
No, because this was put out before
yeah.
the trial.
because I wanted that. Like I was watching, I was like, man, I hope the whole last episode's a trial or
Yeah.
something about it.
But I think it was made and filmed last year.
Yeah,
If I'm not
And
mistaken.
and
before
they
the-
touch on it. Like there's some trial footage.
Yeah.
but it's
it's just so crazy how much those people you have it made, all the money in the world, all the
Yeah.
land, everything you need,
anything you
anything you want, and that much evil was done. Because there is also a YouTube video. Someone posted an interview of a girl that used to work with as a pimp or whatever, and she was sold to. And I don't know how true it is, but she told the story of the 4 or 5 times she was actually. Alec Murdoch had booked her to come,
Lord.
do the job, all these jobs, and he would like beat her and almost killed her. And her boss, who was the main pimp or whatever, owed Alec so much money that said she kept making her go or something. It's a crazy interview. It's about 45 minutes, and you don't know what to believe. If the girl, I'm sure, is not just making it up, but she describes like him like beating her instead of and how mean he was. But I don't know
Man.
how, because of his power. And she said it was just all these powerful, rich people in that area that just controlled everything that happened.
Yeah.
So they control the investigation. I mean, they try to pay people off we're not going to know about. You never know, because it could be people that accepted some money to help muddy the waters.
Yep.
I think the night that it happened, in my opinion, I'm just my thing of what happened was he says he took a shower and went down and whatever and come back up, and they had already messaged him saying they wanted to talk about the pills they found.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if his son took the pills.
Yeah.
And they were down at the dog lots.
Yep.
And when he got out the shower, he looked for them to take them, and they were gone. And he knew his son had them, so he bolted down there. And after he shot him, he says he rolled him over to get the phone. I think he rolled him over to take the pills
Gosh.
and put them back in his pocket. And then the phone fell out, and he just put the phone back because he said phone fell out, and he put it back on the body.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if he did it after he shot him, but then when he showed up to call 911, he kind of said that's when he rolled him over because it was moved.
Well, you can't believe anything he said.
No,
He lied. I
no.
don't know how many times.
He had that. So I think he rolled him over, took the pills, put them in his pocket so nobody would
Yeah.
know that was why he did it. And
Yeah.
then that was his alibi.
Man.
But I just, not,
It's so crazy.
it's definitely him.
Oh,
the time frame of him leaving and their phones
You lie. He's
Yeah, I mean,
lying
dude.
and
and the dogs, like he even admitted, the dogs weren't going crazy, so they didn't sense something off. And dogs will. If you have a whole lot of dogs, and I've been down there, if you're in the woods even just making noise and they sense something weird or smell somebody different, dogs are going to go crazy. And one of them got loose and chased a chicken. He didn't go out in the woods chasing any strangers with a gun that happened to have both his son's guns. You know
exactly.
And why would a killer show up that didn't know him with 2 guns.
Unreal.
You would actually try to do it with one because you got to, one of them's going to try to get away or fight you. But he's going to get off. I think he's going to get off. I think
he'll go to prison for something else.
they said some jurors were crying over some of the stories. I just think they're just going to be they're not convinced.
He did enough to sway a few to not convict him completely.
That's all he had to do.
Yeah. He did what he needed to do.
He already knows he's gone for life for the financial stuff. So,
which he admitted to 1,000 times.
Yeah.
In the trial.
That was just trying to deflect.
Yep.
But crazy.
That's crazy.
But I love those. I hate that they have them, but I love court TV and being able to watch. I've been glued, man. Now everybody.
I know. I didn't want to miss anything. And when it was funny.
And then when he actually took the stand, it was on CNN, Fox News, CNBC. Everybody broke and was like, "We're watching," and I'm like, "Oh, now Nancy Grace is in the crowd." What is the dude that writes novels about crime? He's in the crowd. He's been in the
Patterson. He's Pete. No. Yeah,
I'll have to Google.
Yeah,
somebody. One famous author has been in the watching from day one. I think it was an author.
Oh, there'll be a book about a warrior killer.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Right.
So he's been in there taking notes. It's just sad that people that happens. Well, thank you. Welcome to Cool Talk, Crime Talk. So, but that's my other passion. I used to want to be a lawyer, but I wasn't.
Yeah.
I didn't have enough money in law school, and I probably wasn't smart enough. But I got enough. I like to investigate and try to figure out things like that. But I'd like to be on the jury for this one.
Yeah.
Even though it's 6 weeks long, I'd hate to sit there. And they've been through they've lost 4 jurors.
They would lose me too.
COVID.
I'm not gonna lie.
One of them got sick. They're only down to one reserve left. So if something happens, man, I would hate to see a mistrial and just have to start over. Ugh.
See, I mean, you think about it. That might be the plan. You know what I mean? I mean, for on their side, it would be
beneficial.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because they can redo and not bring up.
I couldn't do it. I would have to come up with some reason not to. Because listening to his testimony, it's like, I know he did it, but I would feel bad convicting him. And that's horrible. And I'm like, no, I can't.
I think closing arguments will be start tomorrow. I think the actual jury's visiting the site today. I think this morning.
They're going out to the house?
To the dog lots only. They're only allowed to walk through the dog lots and where the bodies were found. That's it. They can't talk. They can't ask questions, but they are going to that site.
How eerie would that be?
Ugh.
Like you've sat in a trial for 6 weeks, then all of a sudden you go to the site.
And that property is for sale and already, I think, been sold. Like somebody's already put in an offer because since this trial started to buy it, $4 million property. They'll probably turn it into a museum or some kind of
an attraction.
Because this is that.
It is low country. It is flat.
It's a national event now.
It's not a whole lot going on out there other than
they live near Buford, where we like to visit near Emerald Island.
That is really pretty. That area where
beautiful
in the documentary you see them walking down downtown Buford. And Laura and I have stayed at the house, the Buford house, like the B&B.
Yeah,
it's right on the water. It's absolutely gorgeous. It was this was way before that. We stayed there, and then at the bar that they went to, they have a restaurant attached to it, right in the documentary. You'll see what I'm talking about.
Okay.
And then we ate there. We ended up eating there.
I might have ate there.
So good.
I might have ate there.
It's right there at the water. It's right.
Yeah.
Over there.
I forgot the name of it.
Luther's. It's right.
Not Arthur's or something.
It's good.
I've been there. I know what you're talking about.
It's beautiful right there, right on the water. So
because we went. Yeah, we visit there every time we go to. Yeah. Now I get to go down. I'm gonna try to find the areas after I watch a documentary and see them.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So I'm sure everybody's been glued to it. I mean that trial, I've been glued to it.
Jeez.
Darn, and I hate the timing because they start at 9:30 and they go to
it takes your whole day.
But if you watch on court TV, they stop it so much it goes till 7, 8 o'clock at night. So it's almost it's like a full-time job, man. Yep.
You're basically on the jury now.
You're on the jury.
You're basically there.
Yeah, if you watched it, hit us up. Let us know what you think it's going to be. There's also a Facebook page. If you follow Court TV, there's so many people commenting that's watching and giving their opinions, and there's polls. But majority of people are saying guilty, but he'll get off. And I just because all you need is one juror.
That's all you need.
One juror out of 12. Just to not 110% believe you. And I think he's done that. So,
Yeah.
which is sad. He'll still rot in jail and have to think about it. But, it's sad that, but I guess if he gets found not guilty, then will life insurance pay out to his son, Buster, that's living still? Will he still get, because the life insurance is on hold for this trial?
I mean, that's a good question.
But
I would think
he says he didn't have any on her, but I just don't know how he would have 15 million on him
Yeah.
and none on his wife.
Yeah.
So that's
Man, it's weird.
and then if he's not guilty and the property sold, where does that money go? Because he
exactly like
he got that
sold-
property
yeah.
in a shady land deal, from what the trial said. It's like he only got it for like $5,000 because of some kind of shady deal he put in, and it's 300-400 acres worth $3 or $4 million now. So that money's gonna go somewhere.
That's crazy. Isn't that crazy how all that stuff works though?
Yeah,
Like the behind the scenes stuff that like you really don't think about. Like what happens if somebody does go to prison for the rest of their life, or like the property that they lived on, like all the little details, the logistics after it. Kind of they should do a documentary on that,
man,
like a follow up.
man.
Isn't it crazy?
That's crazy. It's been a crazy, crazy six weeks so far on this trial. So, and stay tuned. If you watch Court TV, like I said, there's a eye drop one coming that I want to watch. I really want to know what they put in it.
Right, it's gonna be
It
tied
took
up
a
for the
while to
next
kill him,
week.
but something was going.
Yeah, eye drops, like if you put that in the saline stuff, doesn't it like give you like a really upset stomach or something? Like just even one little drop in coffee or something.
Yeah.
I think
Ugh.
I've seen so many forensic files that
Oh my gosh.
yeah.
Yeah. So, well, darn, that was our show. That's almost our
The
show. We got a
Alex
few more.
Murdaugh
I did
show.
also wanted to just bring up. I did see a chart today that come out showing people have been back and forth. Are we in a recession? Are we not? What's going on? But there's actually a chart that shows that. But since Christmas, in between January and February, the spike of layoffs is higher now than it was in 2008.
Hmm.
So it's a lot of people.
Uh oh. Did you try again?
All right, Siri. Where'd you come from? She didn't
Siri
understand
is
it.
chiming in on
But yeah, so that's kind of I know it's a lot of people worried about that going on. So just wanted to bring that up. So we're smart about how we spending and budgeting. I know vacation's coming up in summer, but that's crazy now that the nationwide jobs layoffs are higher now than the 2008 when we had that housing market and kind of crash. But
Well, the thing I keep hearing, and I know our area is a little bit different, but how everybody, oh, there's so many jobs, everybody's hiring. But then I know people that have applied for jobs, and it's like no one's hiring. It's like you keep hearing everyone's hiring, and then everyone's looking for jobs. And you see them post it, but then I've yet, like all the people that I know are looking for jobs, like they haven't gotten a job. So
Yeah,
it's like you
and-
wonder, like, wait, what? I'm being told there's 1,000 jobs out there. And I know people that are literally applying, but no one's getting callbacks.
yeah, that's what. Well, and there's also a high number of people that are. Apparently, there's also a study that people now that are entering the workforce are more okay with just working when they need to
Yeah.
and paying and doing what they want to do and not really committing to a 40-hour job. Like,
Huh.
so there's jobs there, but people just don't want to work. And there's a lot of people that say, I'll work when I need to, pay off this or take this trip or
Yeah.
just be unemployed, but they don't want any commitments to something full time every day. So it's almost like it's, if I work, I work. If I don't, I don't. I don't know how they're making it, if they're living at home
Man, that's
or
crazy. Yeah.
there's a group of people all renting together and it's cheap. But it's definitely changing the way businesses work now and how you find employees. How do you find employees? So, and that's one thing we'll talk about next week. I'm going to be bringing in not on how to find your employees, but also on building a culture and a value that your company can offer. And it's basically the top 5 characteristics of a small business owner and what you need to have in place to attract the right employees, so that you stand out as well for people to use you, and especially in these slow times with inflation and prices rising, but they call you over your competitors. So we'll talk about that a little bit next week as well. Maybe we'll have an update on the trial. If maybe the jury will be done by then. I don't know. I think they're going to deliberate about, my guess is about 2 days.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens. But other than that,
and I'll tell you what, I got a special message we can end with.
we got a special message here we went with. We do have a new commercial coming out. Is that it?
So
we will.
Let me pull that up.
Yeah, we're gonna bring you our new commercial. You'll start seeing.
We are building more than a business. We're building a team, a family, a future.
Our team shares 100 years of combined experience in the heating, air, and plumbing industry.
We bring top-notch quality service like no other. We work hard, we work together to be the best for you.
When you need heating, air, and plumbing services, don't ask yourself, why should I use Brown's? Ask yourself, why wouldn't I?
Thank you for choosing Brown's Heating, Air, and Plumbing.
Thank you. It's hard to stop a train,